Hey guys, JH, welcome to the practice tee. Or the practice inferno. It's about 35 degrees Celsius here today. Okay, stop complaining, JH. Okay, so guys, I've actually got to continue on with Davinci for a while because there's been a bit of an evolutionary breakthrough, and as always with when you're building something, invariably the first batch of plans are not the ones that you end up going with. It's basically prototype design and development and research, and I just found that there are ways that we can modify this to suit each other. Now, one of the core principles originally was the bicep curl straight up here, like that, with the tricep curl. Well, you can do that if you want to. I mean, I had that in there because I had a little bit of C motion process in there, but this is not a C motion golf swing. It's a Davinci code, which is entirely different. It revolves around lots of connection, which C motion doesn't. We'll do C motion down the track when we become more au fait with it. So guys, this is not a total prerequisite. What you can do is you can modify that, and what I've done is I've modified it to the extent that I feel now that the golf club just does this. It keeps looking at the golf ball, and this wrist hinge just goes this way. It really just goes that way, guys. Now the advantage of that is that will never ever take the golf club off plane, ever. Wherever you are here, if you just do that, if you just hinge that wrist sideways and take that club back around here and maintain this connection here, that shaft line is going to be as close to the plane as it can ever get. Now, if you Davinci code it, you obviously pick it up off the plane, and then you've got to do something on the downswing to reroute it a little bit. But with this process here, guys, where you just do that, club just goes here. I'm basically just tossing that around here, like that. The complete opposite of the downswing, whereas I want that butt end of the grip in the downswing to come towards me with the throwaway. On the backswing, I want it to go away from me. Because I'm just doing that, guys. You watch this. This is interesting. If I just assume the Davinci code address position here, and I do nothing else but cock that trail wrist, watch what happens to the club head. It's moved 3 feet, and I haven't gone anywhere. It's moved 3 feet. Now all we have to do in conjunction with that, guys, is just have a little bit of a shoulder push with that to get us to here. Now if you look at that here, and you can draw some lines on your own monitor, there will stick a ruler on, and you'll see that club just doesn't move offline. That's very Mo Normanish. And of course, it really is a square to square action. If you just hinge the wrist like that, club face looks at the ball. People will say that's hooded or shut down, but it's not, guys. It's just square. We're not rolling the forearm. And all we want to do on the downswing from here is that we just want to come down and fire that hinge. Now if that hinge is in the same place on the backswing, it's gone from address in the correct place there to the top of the swing position, and then we just come down and fire it, then there's been no rotation of that trail arm or the lead arm. So the club face doesn't change its orientation. It can't, because there's no rolling of the hands. And of course, coming down, guys, if we come from here, if we come from this position here on the downswing, very easy to throw the club that way. Very easy. Because we just do that. We just come in into out and we just toss it with the finger throw. That's really, really a good breakthrough. I think a fantastic breakthrough. Because any time we can remove variables, guys, we should. Shouldn't we? You know, it's okay for people to have a rolling action going back, but you've got to have a really precise capability mechanically to re-roll that back to address an impact. And that's why we see such a huge variety of golf shots, because that function of re-roll doesn't get done exactly as it should every time. People will do it on occasion, but you can't do it all the time. And there lies the intrinsic fault of a conventional golf swing. And then we have the club face moving from dead square there to 90 degrees open in a backswing, or there. Now, a lot of guys, a lot of good teachers will teach it basically there, which is a little bit toe down, but essentially it should be there. Should be there, guys. What's wrong with taking it there? It's all in what we do with the hands and the backswing and the connection. It's very hard to do that if you don't have connection. But if you have connection, it's really easy. It's just like throwing those knuckles behind me there. I'm just doing this, look. The knuckles are just going behind me there. That's all it is. So that's a big breakthrough and a modification that's certainly within the specifications. Anybody that likes to do that, the bicep curl or the tricep curl vertically, that's good. But it does take the club off plane. This way it doesn't. So what is a JH? Okay, we just get in position here. We get our gunslinger here. And then from there we just do that with the trail wrist. We just go here. Now it's going to look super flat. It's going to look super flat. But the reality is, guys, it's going to be so much closer to swinging on plane than you've ever been before. Nobody gets remotely close to swinging the golf club at the top of the swing to where it was at address, and I'll show you why. If that's our address plane there, where it is there, if I extrapolate that shaft, and I've done this before, look where it goes. It's through here. That's where we need to swing the golf club if we're going to swing it on our address plane. Now this is the misunderstanding in golf. It always gets off that plane. How much it gets off that plane and how much it needs to get back on that plane in the downswing is the intrinsic part of the difficulty. But you know, have you ever seen anyone swing a golf club there? I don't know how you would swing a golf club there. You would have to do that. I've never tried to swing a golf club there. And I won't with Davinci, but I will be a lot closer to a normal, to the address plane than I am with a conventional golf swing. Much closer. Okay guys, so it's just this. It's just that. Just here, look. I just fold that back, and as I fold it back, I'm pushing with this side here. Now the other thing, guys, which I mentioned before, and this is a radical departure. Why don't we take out of the equation, out of the backswing, a lot of the travel in it that can create problems? What are you talking about, JH? Okay, well here's a conventional address position here. But why wouldn't we go here? Basically get in this position here where, okay, it's very Mo Normanish in that the club's a long way back from the ball, but that's because he was into his turn. But you don't have to take the club back there. But what you can do is you can pre-turn your shoulders. Get here and just pre-turn the shoulders. Look. And what that's doing, guys, is setting up this lead side for this drive back, this rear drive that we need on the downswing to get that secondary tilt. Now if we're in this position here at address, and if I was in position here, I would be here somewhat. See how those shoulders are shut 40 degrees. But what's wrong with that? We're already there. Then all we've got to do is just take the club to there. We've only then got to move the shoulders 6 inches. They don't have to come from here to there. They're already here. So they're already here, so they don't have to go to there. Only got to move them that much because they're preset. Just another facet, guys. I just think that's, I don't know why hasn't been thought of before and why it hasn't been promoted. Mo Norman did it, but Mo did it from this. He just put the club behind the ball like that. He didn't just put it back there. He was into his turn, so his shoulders were shut. Probably 15 degrees. And then he just turned from there, just pushed back from there. And that's why he swung on plane and why his backswing was as easy as it was. So that's important, guys. Try and set up. Try and set up shut down. Here. Good thing about that, as soon as I turn that shoulder there, this comes in here, braces. This here is already. As soon as I go here, that's already loading for the drive back, for the rear drive. It already does that at address. Okay, it's going to take a little bit of working out to do that, because that's certainly something we haven't talked about before and we haven't done before. But I'm going to come back in a video in a moment if I don't melt away, and I'll hit a couple of shots and show you. And I'll hit some downrange so you can see how this club is actually going around here, and it's more on plane than it ever is. I tend to swing the club on plane anyway because I don't have any arm lift in my golf swing. Well, a lot less than most people. Everybody has arm lift. If you didn't have arm lift in the golf swing, your club would go there. So anybody says that they take it back with no arm lift is talking rubbish. That's no arm lift, and you can't swing a golf club like that. Or at least I've never tried to. So they're important points, guys. Now the other thing is, post-impact here, when we're firing it, you can let after you've fired it, you can let the golf club head go over there. But don't let your hands go over there. Let the golf club go over there. Look, watch this. But my hands are still inside my shoulder line. Let the golf club go over here. If we take the golf club back like this on the backswing, and we're going to return it, it has to do this. It has to come over here. It has to go here, and then it has to come over here. And that's where that velocity, you can keep that velocity building up because you'll be thinking of that. And you need a lot of velocity to get that club head past the hands and past this closed shoulder line post-impact to get it over there. But that's the swing. That's very much Mike Austin-ish, which I'm going to talk about this week anyway. I've had a resurgence of interest in Mike Austin, and I found some amazing stuff that's been put up by somebody, Mike Austin and Mike Dunaway, talking about the golf swing, and it goes on forever. And amazing stuff. And of course you guys know what I think of Mike Austin's golf swing and Mike Dunaway's swing. I think they were the two most natural golf swing actions in the history of golf, no question. Biomechanically, motion, flow point of view, absolutely the two best golf swings of all time. Mike Austin, Mike Dunaway. Okay guys, well, we'll just hold it here, and I'll come back and I'll hit a few shots, and we'll talk about, getting that club around here. Look over here. The club head's over here, but the hands are still out in front of the shoulder. Here. We don't want the arms to go around here. Okay, we'll talk about that when we come back, and I'll hit a few shots. As I say, if I don't melt in the meantime.